Hey guys, it's the East Coast Economic Update for November the 13th, Friday the 13th, 2009. Just to throw out some stuff, I was jolted out of bed by an article I saw online on my phone, uh, which is fascinating. I didn't see it anywhere else. Apparently, the government has seized a number of mosques, properties, and a skyscraper that they feel that is linked to terrorism. But the more interesting thing is the article, which of course will be over here. Um, it all belongs to the government of Iran. What's going on? Why are we suddenly starting to, after Iran, basically has agreed to shut down its processes, or has slowed down its processes of creating a nuclear device other than for safe, peaceful uses? We suddenly, out of the blue, decide that Iran is a terrorist organization in mass, and we seize all their sovereign properties on this continent suddenly, overnight, poof. Is this a provocation? Are we pressing to somehow do what we did in 2002, 2003, gearing up for the invasion of Iraq, and ultimately the killing of almost a million people for protection of the dollar? Maybe. Which is the number one thing that I wanted to throw out to you. It's going to be online. A few other things. The stock market is up, though consumer confidence is down, unexpectedly, because of high unemployment, which doesn't make any sense. You and I weren't surprised that consumer confidence is down. Pretty much most of the world knows that consumer confidence is down, except for Bloomberg, the economist, quote unquote, and most of the Washington, D.C. folks. One other thing that I would like to just share with you, which is really just something that just pisses me off, and I rarely ever say that. There are now more millionaires in the Congress than at any time prior. I will also have that article for you. It just tells me where their minds are. They don't need you. They don't need your money. They have plenty of their own, and they've been getting it from other sources. And the article doesn't go into where they made their money, and most of them have been congressmen and senators for decades. So this is almost like if you're a student of history, this is a classic end of the Roman Empire situation, where the people in the Senate were rich beyond all concepts because of bribes and so forth, and the people starved in the streets. So just wanted to share that with the group. It's interesting, the dollar is pressing down. Gold has found its floor at 1100. There has been some retrenchment, but I think that that's just a breather for possibly next week. The gold prices are sitting at 11 at their high. I think it was 1122. 1200 is not too far behind. So just keep aware of that. Also, I'm going to list a few other articles from this website, MediaMonarchy.com. Found them through the Colbert Report, which is a guy who's in Japan. He's a Canadian citizen. Both he and there are two Jameses, James Colbert and another guy, Palato. I think I'm mispronouncing his name. Both of them are doing excellent work. I would check out both the websites. They are constantly updating their stuff almost daily. And like I said, that last week when I talked about the G20 summit that nobody else was reporting, they were the only ones that had the information. It was one article. And then suddenly Monday morning, Bloomberg was discussing that there was a G20 summit like everybody knew, though nobody reported it. So I would continue to watch the dollar. I also would keep your eye on anything involving Iran, because I think that things are starting to we're provoking something here, guys, and I don't like it. Especially as we're doing it as our dollar is dramatically dropping, and a lot of funny stuff is going on in the foreground. I think also the realization by Christmas season, or if not sooner, is that Main Street is finally showing signs that they've had enough. I will say to you this, anecdotally, in the last 2 weeks, actually right after, I say the last week in October till today, there's been a market drop in foot traffic, both in Manhattan and where I'm located. In fact, I'm in an Orthodox Jewish community, and I just want to relate this just as a finish up. You know, it's an upper middle class neighborhood, doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, you know the routine. Nothing super rich, but well off. And even as a Jew, just to give you a background, we may spend our entire week, not eating a big meal through the whole week, but Friday night is our what you guys would call your Sunday dinner, is our Friday night dinner. So a lot of people will do a lot of shopping because sundown is happening so early, because it's the winter time, or it's entering the winter time. They do their shopping on Wednesday and Thursday for Friday evening. This has stopped. No one knows what the heck is going on. In fact, I have a friend who's a caterer, and he walked in and said, I've got catering jobs, but my walk-in business, my deli business, has completely cratered out of the blue without any kind of warning. So, and we're also seeing this with, I also noticed this with some of the local pizzerias. I mean, I never look, I look at the macro, but the micro is much more interesting. Pizzerias, I'm not seeing as many deliveries. Even we have a Domino's over by us, and it used to be they used to have 4 cars constantly rotating day and night because we're between 2 major universities. This is totally tailed off, and even the local pizzerias, not even the big commercial Domino's, but the local little pizzerias are getting no foot traffic and no delivery traffic during the week. And I mean, I don't even know what they're doing on the weekends, or at least on Saturdays, because I'm not there. But it's just something that I'm noticing, and this is something that has not happened until recently. So, so that's what's happening on the East Coast. I mean, I would like you guys to, if you want to, make a video response or a comment. What's happening in your area? Are you noticing supermarkets having less foot traffic? What's going on in places where you think staples are located, in sense bread and food? Hardware stores, little hardware stores are also a good indication. I'd like to know what's going on in other areas, because this was like an axe falling. It just stopped. So that's my anecdotal end, and I'll keep you guys informed, because I think this is gearing up for the holidays. I think that we're going to see I'm hoping not, because it's going to destroy me and everybody else in our little village here, our little nook of New York City. But because many of us, or all of us, are small business owners, have been there for years. But this is unusual. Usually doesn't, for me, it doesn't happen until February, January into February. This is now, it seems like everybody, it's happening even before the major holidays, which doesn't make any sense. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and everything is tailed off. All right, guys. Until further notice, peace, and for those of you observing Shabbos, have a good rest now. Peace.